Hi everybody, it's Sheree from the library. The Monroe County Library System welcomes you to week 10, our final week of Summer 2020's Digital Summer Reading Program. We've been imagining your story. I've been imagining what you're doing. I hope that you've been imagining incredible stories for yourself. This summer has certainly been different than all the others, so I don't think we'll ever forget it, but I hope that at the end of it, you have read some amazing stories, you've written some amazing stories, and you will always have this story to tell. Imagine when you tell your grandkids the only way you could talk to your favorite library lady during the summer of 2020 was online, that you could only watch her, not be with her. I hope that next summer we imagine a very different story. But since this is our last edition of our summer program, I was thinking about, I always tell kids, I don't think any kids don't like to read, and parents, this is for you too. I don't think it's that anybody doesn't like to read, they don't like the stuff they're being given to read. And one thing that is fantastic about this summer, and really all year round if you use the Monroe County Library System, is that you can pick the things that you love to read. I can offer you suggestions, and I've tried to come up with different kinds of books, from graphic novels to poetry to funny, but if you don't love it, you're not gonna love reading the book. So find the thing that you love, or that you really want to share with somebody, or a book that you remember being awesome and you want to try it with your family. I have a friend who works at the library. Some of you might know her. Her name is Miss Amber. And Miss Amber loves books. She loves kids and books, but sometimes she has a hard time finding things that she likes to read. So she's been listening to a lot of books on tape or on CD where they read the story to you, and that she's really been liking. But she missed having a book. This summer, she found one that she loved so much, she finished it in 2 days, even though it was hundreds of pages. So it just goes to show you, when even people who work with books all the time have to think about finding the thing that they love to read. So this week, I wanted to share with you some of my very favorite books of all time. I go back and read them over and over again. If you're one of my younger friends, you've probably already heard them. If you're one of my older friends, you've probably heard them a couple of times. And of course, the first and most fabulous is Vegetables in Underwear. Many of you may remember that this book features, in fact, exactly what the title says, vegetables in underwear. It makes me laugh every time. There's nobody I've read this book with who doesn't laugh and enjoy it. So if your family needs to crack up together, or you want to really make somebody sit up and say, "What? Did you just say vegetables in underwear?" It's all in here. And you know, the babies cry a little, just saying. Another one of my very favorite books of all time is Stick and Stone. This is the story of an unusual friendship. Meet Stick and Stone. They stick up for each other because friends rock. First, Stick and Stone don't really know each other, but when Pinecone comes along and causes some trouble, Stick and Stone come together and figure out how to have a better time when they have a friend that they look out for and that looks out for them. When suddenly Stick disappears in a terrible storm, Stick is windblown. Oh, and there goes Pinecone. "Hold on," calls out Stone, and Stone has to come to the rescue. And in the end, when the friends are reunited, so there's a happy ending here, don't forget that they also decide to try to be friends with Pinecone. It's one of my favorite books about kindness, about friends. It makes me feel good when I read it. When I'm feeling sad, it makes me feel hopeful. So I hope you all find this book on Hoopla. Now for my older readers, I thought about this, and one of the best recommendations I could ever give you is to read Everything by author Beverly Cleary. Some of you have probably seen these books in your classroom. I don't know if you've ever stopped to read them. Beverly Cleary has written over 20 books. I think I've read them all a couple of times each. She started with the Henry series. This is Henry Huggins, and Henry has a dog named Ribsy, and Ribsy is a bit of a problem. Now, I don't know if any of you have dogs that you love so much, but can tend to be a bit of a problem. Let me just say, I know some people who do. Henry's dog Ribsy is one of those. Good dog, gets in a lot of trouble. And when Henry wants to go on a fishing trip with his dad, he begs to bring Ribsy along, and his dad tells him you can, as long as that dog behaves. Now, you and I both know that's not what happens. So the books are funny, they're real. If you have a dog, if you ever wanted a dog, if you've ever been annoyed by a dog, the Henry books are hilarious. There's several about him and his dog Ribsy. One of them is Henry and Beezus, one of his friends from school, and it talks about their adventures and fun together. Beezus has a little sister that some of you may have heard of, and her name is Ramona. Ramona the Brave, Ramona Forever. Ramona is Beezus's younger sister. And again, if you are the younger sister or you have a younger sister, you know sometimes there can be some tensions with your older brothers and sisters. Ramona gets in all kinds of trouble, but she has a good heart and she always tries to do the right thing, sometimes even sticking up for her big sister Beezus, who's older than her. Everything about these books is awesome, you guys. They don't take long to read. You can see that they're pretty short and the pages have lots of pictures. There's all different kinds of editions. You can read your way through these series and go back again and again and again. So if you like Sideways School or you're a big fan of the Wimpy Kid, I guarantee you that Beverly Cleary books are going to become some of your very favorite. These are my suggestions to you. I've had a great summer talking to you about books. I hope to see you again in the fall, even if it's not in your classrooms. We'll figure out a way to get together online. In the meantime, don't forget that all these books are available through the library on Hoopla, which means you can download them right to your phone, your tablet, your laptop, or you can still request books from your Monroe County Library branch and go pick it up right outside. We'll bring it to your car. I hope that you have had a great summer. I hope that you keep reading all the time. I saw a sign out in front of Waterloo School that says, learning happens every day. So read. Learning always goes on. Maybe that's it. So read every day. And I try to do that, and I know that any day I don't, I feel a little funky because it helps me have a good time, calms me down, keeps me busy. I hope that it does the same for all of you. Have a great rest of the summer, you guys, and we'll see you in the fall.